Yo, what's going on everybody on YouTube and you basketball lovers out there? You are here to watch the video of the 2017 and 2018 starting lineups. So without further ado, let's get it. Let's go. Boom. So how this video is going to work is I'm going to be going over all 30 teams in the NBA and giving you my prediction, my projections of what I believe will be the starting lineups of the 2017-2018 season. You know what? I might not be right, I might not be wrong, but at the end of the day, we'll find out when the season actually starts. Let's start off with the first team, Atlanta Hawks. This offseason, you know what, they've lost two of their main front court players. They lost Paul Millsap and Dwight Howard. And you know what, I feel like Dennis Schroeder is going to take on a big role in this team. So starting lineups, I believe it'll be Dennis Schroeder, Kent Bazemore, the two guard, Teron Prince, maybe Ersan Ilyasova, and then as a fifth, it's either between Mike Muscala or Dwayne Dedmon, which is to be determined. But I believe that Mike Muscala will probably take that starting role because he's been there for a while and has been under Mike Budenholzer's watch. The Boston Celtics. Kyrie Irving just joined the Boston Celtics, a big blockbuster trade. Kyrie Irving for Isaiah Thomas and some other few pieces. So I believe that now Boston Celtics, even though they lost some prime players, they're still a contender in that top Eastern spot. Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Marcus Morris, and Al Horford. That's the starting lineup for Boston this year. The next team that I'll be talking about is the Charlotte Hornets. I believe the starting lineup will consist of the same starting lineup, just a switch between the centerpiece, which is Dwight Howard, Kemba, Nicholas Batum, Gilchrist, Marvin Williams, and Dwight Howard. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Losing Kyrie Irving and getting Isaiah Thomas, I believe the starting lineup will be the same. It'll be Isaiah Thomas, J.R. Smith, LeBron James, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson. Wow, still great. The Dallas Mavericks. You know what, honestly, Dallas Mavericks is a controversial team to be talking about because they've had so many pieces that started. But as of right now, I think it'll be Seth Curry, Wesley Matthews, Harrison Barnes, Dirk, of course, in the center, Nerlens Noel. They have prime pieces such as, Yogi Ferrell, they have Dwight Powell off the bench, but also with the rookie talk about Dennis Smith, we don't know if he's going to start, what role he'll specifically be taking on the team. So you know what, we'll find out when the season starts. But Dallas Mavericks, a team to watch out. It's going to be Nikola Jokic at the 5th, Paul Millsap at the 4th, Wilson Chandler at the 3. Gary Harris has shown he's being a great player. You know, Gary Harris is in the future for Denver as of right now. So Gary Harris at the 2 spot. The point guard is very controversial, but I believe that Jamal Murray, which is going to be a potential future star, is going to take that starting position. So for Detroit Pistons, starting lineup is probably going to be Reggie Jackson, Avery Bradley, Tobias Harris, John Lure, and Andre Drummond, their leader. Golden State Warriors, I don't have to talk about it. You know, Curry, Thompson, Durant, Draymond, Zaza. What about
JaVale McGee? He thinks he's a point guard, but he's more like Tragic Bronson.
The Rockets, Houston Rockets, you know, their team looks like a really strong contender in the Western Conference. They've been a contender, and now adding Chris Paul, they're more of a contender. So the lineup's going to be Chris Paul, James Harden, Trevor Ariza, Ryan Anderson, and Clint Capella. Indiana Pacers. Losing Paul George in the offseason, they need to be able to rebuild, have a starting lineup that's still worthy of competing in the NBA. They've had some nice pickups from free agency and a nice trade to even get back from Paul George. So now the lineup is looking at Darren Collison, Victor Oladipo, Bojan Bogdanovic, Thaddeus Young still, and Miles Turner, who I believe will spark in this 2018 season. The Los Angeles Clippers, losing Chris Paul, they need to rebuild exactly at the point guard spot, and that's what they did. They picked up Patrick Beverley and Milos all the way from, I don't know what country, but. So I believe the starting lineup will probably consist of either Milos or Patrick Beverley at the 1, Austin Rivers at the 2, Danilo Gallinari, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, the Beast. Los Angeles Lakers, we all know the hype. Lonzo Ball at the 1, Pope at the 2, Ingram, he's going to be a spark. Ingram at the 3, Julius Randle, a potential future star, and Brook Lopez, who they just picked up as well, trading D'Angelo Russell. The Memphis Grizzlies, his starting lineup: Mike Conley, Ben McLemore, Tyreek Evans, JaMychal Green, and obviously the Marc Gasol. The Miami Heat, simple as that. Same lineup as last year, except they picked up Kelly Olynyk off the draft. I believe he's going to start at the 4, so it's going to go Goran Dragic, Dion Waiters, James Johnson, Kelly Olynyk, and Hassan White. Milwaukee Bucks, I believe Milwaukee Bucks has the brightest future and it's going to show something in the NBA this season. Milwaukee starting lineup, they got Malcolm at the 1, Middleton at the 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo at the 3. Giannis is just, it's crazy. Jabari Parker at the 4 if he comes back healthy through that ACL injury, and Thon Maker at the 5 because Greg Monroe will probably take on that 6-man role. The Bucks, keep an eye on Bucks. Minnesota Timberwolves, a big controversial topic in the offseason. You know, they picked up Jimmy Butler, got Jeff Teague, Taj Gibson. Their lineup is just totally different with Wiggins and Cat still at the starting five. So that's their lineup. Jeff Teague, Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Taj Gibson, Karl Anthony Towns. That's a beast. New Orleans Pelicans. Simple. Rondo, I believe Drew Holiday will play at the 2, Solomon Hill at the 3, Anthony Davis, Marcus Cousins, the Twin Towers. The Brooklyn Nets. We all know who's gonna run that team now. Damari Carroll. Psych. The Brooklyn Nets, I believe the starting lineup is gonna be D'Angelo Russell, Sean Kilpatrick, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, Trevor Booker, and Timothy Mozgov at the 5. Simple as that. The New York Knicks, either Frank or Ron at the 1, Tim Hardaway Jr. at the 2, Carmelo Anthony at 3, Porzingis at the 4, and Joakim Noah at the 5. The Oklahoma City Thunder, Russell Westbrook, Andre Robertson, Paul George, wow, that's crazy, Patrick Patterson, Steve Adams. Orlando Magic, Alfred Payton, Evan Fournier, Terrence Ross, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Vucevic. The Philadelphia 76ers. This team, I'm not sure when they're gonna spark, when they're gonna be great, but one day they're gonna be great. They got Markelle Fultz, #1 pick of the draft. JJ Redick, sharpshooter from anywhere beyond the 3-point line. Yo, when I say sharpshooter, JJ Redick, sharpshooter. Ben Simmons, going into his rookie year, he's about to show us all his potential becoming a superstar in this league. Dario Saric at 4, and Joel Embiid, the great, at the 5. The Phoenix Suns, I still believe the lineup will be the same as last year with Eric Bledsoe, Devin Booker, TJ Warren, Marquise Chris, and Tyson Chandler at the 5. Portland Trailblazer, same starting lineup I believe. They didn't really have a big pickup in the offseason, but you know what? They still kept their core. Damian Lillard, CJ Miles, Al-Farouq Aminu, Mo Harkless, and Jusuf Nurkic at the 5. Jusuf Nurkic is going to show big things this year. You know what? Catch him in fantasy drafts. I love Damian Lillard, man. He's the best. The Sacramento Kings. To be honest, I believe that De'Aaron Fox was a great pickup in the draft for the Sacramento Kings. You know, I believe that he is right now the future of their team. But as of right now, I don't believe he's ready to start in front of George Hill. So it'll be George Hill, Buddy Hield, Vince Carter, Willie Cauley-Stein, and Labissiere. The San Antonio Spurs, starting lineup remains the same because they're still a dynamic team no matter what, as long as they're under Greg Popovich, Tony Parker, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Aldridge, Pau Gasol. The Toronto Raptors, you know what, the Raptors lost the great DeMar Carroll the offseason. We lost some primetime bench players such as Corey Joseph. But you know what, our lineup is still fire. Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, CJ Miles, Serge Ibaka, and Jonas Valanciunas. The Utah Jazz, because they lost Gordon Hayward and they lost George Hill, you know what, their lineup kind of looks different. But it's still similar because all the players that are on the team except their point guard is still returning from last year. Though their point guard is now Ricky Rubio, Rodney Hood, who I believe will have a nice scoring output in the season. Rodney Hood at the 2, Joe Ingles at the 3, Derek Favors, and Rudy Gobert, the beast, at the 5. Last team, the Washington Wizards. The Wizards is a contender in the Eastern Conference because their lineup has been the same over the last 2 years. They got John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, which is a great stud, Markieff Morris, and Marcin Gortat. And that wraps up our 2017-2018 video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, honestly, I'm just giving out my opinion out there. If you guys have an opinion, let me know in the comment section below who you think I should adjust to my starting lineup predictions. You know, honestly, these are my opinion on who I believe will be the starting lineup. You know, I might be wrong, I might be right, but at the end of the day, we'll see when the season starts. Just to wrap it up, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe for more content, because more basketball stuff is coming from this channel. So at the end of the day, that was easy. Boom!